It's there. Alrighty. Thank you for coming back, guys. We're going to quickly run through a couple of techniques, really, in understanding how to grow wealth quickly at DuePoint versus growing wealth slowly at DuePoint. That's the objective of this. We run this workshop every Saturday. So in future, if you ever have guests, wherever you may be around the country, 11:30 on a Saturday, that's where you want to bring them, is to the spot here. Just helps you get kind of launched out the gates if you're a brand new wealth engineer and into the production of wealth as fast as you can. There's really just 3 steps that we look at here. There's a lot of complexity to the business if you sit down and try and absorb the whole thing, but the beauty of this business is we can start simple and grow ourselves into the greater complexity. So we say 3 things that we want you to remember, just 3 things. In creating wealth fast, step number 1 is you're going to have to understand how you earn at DuePoint. Seems like a really basic thing, but for the vast majority of people that come through this presentation, they never take the time to actually sit down and understand our system and how you create wealth. So this morning, that's the first step that we're going to look at, is how you actually earn at DuePoint. Then the second step is understanding the phone app. Is again an incredible thing, but less than half of the people that come to DuePoint ever download the app. And that means that less than half of the people that ever come in here go, I want to make wealth, I'm excited about it, have the tool to make wealth. They literally don't have the tool to make the wealth. So we need to understand the phone app this morning. That's the second thing we'll do. And then the last thing is understanding the behavior of creating wealth slowly versus the behaviors of creating wealth fast. Those are the things that we're going to do. So we'll talk those 3 things this morning. By the time you've got those, you're ready to get out there and start making money now, straight away with us. So let's start with how you earn at DuePoint. Really, really simple process. Everything I tell you this morning has already been recorded and is in your phone app and on YouTube. You can watch it again at any point in time if you miss something I say this morning. So there are 2 steps in creating wealth at DuePoint. 2 steps in earning. So if you want to understand how you earn, just remember these 2 things. The first thing is this concept of qualified. You're going to hear me saying qualified all the time. You've got to, as your first step, get yourself qualified to earn at DuePoint. How do you get yourself qualified to earn at DuePoint? Well, the first thing is you've got to pay for your own product. There's no money coming out of thin air here. We all create wealth out of the product payment. It is from the product payment that we are able to create the wealth for you. So we say here, and I say it quite vehemently, as a wealth engineer at DuePoint, right now, your brand new most important payment every month. More important than rent, more important than food, more important than everything that you've got is your payment to DuePoint. Why is it more important? because that payment is not for an insurance product. It is the ticket, the golden ticket into creating income. So if you earn 5,000 Rand a month and you don't pay for your product, you get 0. Okay, you get 0. So the 249 actually then translates into your 5,000 Rand earnings, or your 20,000 Rand, or your 50,000. It's the most important payment you're ever going to make at DuePoint, in life, is your DuePoint product payment, because it equals wealth to you. So step 1 in getting yourself qualified, make sure you've paid your product every month. No excuses, guys. If you are sitting here this morning and you went, oh, I don't really want to be here, I'll just put some fake bank account details in. Well then, folks, that just kind of like circumvents everything for everyone. Rather say, listen, I'd really rather not be here, and move on. So that the wealth engineers who are committed to the task, they get stuck in with real people who really want to do this. So kind of don't try and cheat the system. If you don't pay, the whole thing falls apart for you. Step 1 in getting qualified, pay for your product. Step 2, you've got to go out and find 3 people. That's it. You just have to find 3 people and connect them to your first point and get them to pay for their products. Then you start earning. If you've got 1 person or 2 people, you don't earn anything. Okay? You've got to get that 3rd person in, and when the 3rd person is in and has paid their product and you've paid your product, you are now what we consider a qualified wealth engineer. This particular design, this picture that you see here, you're going to see a lot throughout DuePoint. When you see that, you know we're talking qualified. Qualified. What does qualified mean? It means qualified to earn at DuePoint. That's the picture you want to see. You and 3 people paid. Now you start earning. The minimum you can earn at DuePoint is 165 Rand. 55, 55, 55. Okay. Now remember, people can take more than one product. Okay. If they take more than one, 110, 110. If they take 3, 165, 4, 220. Okay. But the minimum you can earn at DuePoint is 165 Rand. Now you would have seen me. I touched on the XP Rewards program in the introduction presentation. Do you remember? That's the one with the cars and the holidays. It's our training program. Do you remember that? Okay. Now, it requires you to have two things, experience and channel size. Do you remember that? I said if you meet the two criteria of experience and channel size, we rank you up and then you get rewarded. Do you remember that statement? Okay. The channel size is based on number of products, not number of people. We're a product-based business in the sense that that's where the wealth comes from. So, what do we know about that? Well, it means that you can accelerate through the XP Rewards program faster by having people take more products, okay? What it also means is that you earn double, triple, and quadruple what you could have if they take more than one product, okay? Right, so to go rank 9, what did you need? You need 250,000 XP and 1,000 paid products in your channel. So what's easier to get, 1,000 people with one paid product each, or 250 people with 4 products? And you rank 9, or 500 people with 2 products, you know, or something like that. Your combination now is, how do I accelerate faster through the XP Rewards program? Well, the people who join should take more than one product, because that doubles and triples and quadruples my speed at which I move through the rewards program, and it doubles, triples, and quadruples my earnings. All right. So, how many products did you take this morning? I'm going to hazard a guess. 1. All right. Now, you're going to go to your friends, and you're going to say, no, 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 no. This is awesome. So excited. Excellent. Take more than one product. Take 3. Take 4. Because you want to accelerate. And they're going to go, okay, no, that's fine. How many products did you take? And what are you going to say to them? But I only took 1. Ah. No, well, then I'll only take 1. Okay. So there's a few principles to leadership and wealth creation. One of which is you've got to be in it to win it if you want other people to be in it to win it. So you've got to start planning ahead now about how you're going to get to the point where you can get people to multiply your income and accelerate your rate through the XP Rewards program by taking more products. You might only be able to pay for one product now, but as you start earning at DuePoint, you're going to want to get to the point where you say, I've got enough earnings at DuePoint now to take a second product and a third product, because now I can go to my people and say, hey, you should be taking 2, you should be taking 3, you should be taking 4, because that accelerates the rate at which we earn. Okay, all of the big boys at DuePoint have got all of the products, so that when they sit with someone, they can say, I got all 4. Yeah, I'll show you on my app. Here's all the products that I've got. You see what I'm saying? And then it just accelerates their growth. All right, so keep that in mind. Let's get back. Step 1, qualify, pay your product, get 3 people in. The moment you've done that, we open up your entire first point. From that point forward, every single person you add to your first point, you will get the payment for that individual's product. Okay? So you can add a 4th person, a 5th person, a 6th person, a 7th person. You're now earning on every one of those guys as long as they pay for their products. All right, great. That's step 1. Now, these guys start sprouting roots. We want to start earning on the other points in our channels. People who've been introduced by, we want to earn on them. How do we earn? Step 2 is we have to replicate this picture on our first point by creating what we call qualified wealth engineers, QWEs, on our first point. And DuePoint, you are in control. We don't worry about what happens after that. We only worry about your first point. And we say, on your first point, the people you introduced, you've got to get them qualified. A couple of things happen when you get one of your guys qualified. First of all, they start earning. So you've introduced someone, they get their first check from DuePoint. What do you think that does to them? It makes them believers. Soon as money comes in, they're now believers, because up until that point, they've been living on my promise. If you put people in, I'll pay you. That's just a promise. You don't know if that's actually true. But the moment they get qualified, we put the money in their bank account, now they're believers. When they're believers, now they commit. And they go out and they put 1,000 people in your channel. But you need that first 165 Rand to make them a believer. You guys following me? Okay, I know you're Saturday and you're tired, but you've got to stick with me. We're talking money making here. Okay? This is like going to the lottery counter, but you know you're going to win. You know? Like, it's exciting stuff, this. Okay? Great. So, We want to replicate in them this desire to qualify because it makes them believers. But not only that, for every qualified wealth engineer you have on your first point, the matching number of points are opened. We give you the first point for free. The moment you are qualified, we open your first point. Now, if we want to open the second point in your channel, you need 2 qualified wealth engineers. If you want to open 3 points, 3. You want to open 4 points, 4. You want to open 5, you need 5, okay? You remain in control. So, to get the second point open, we've got 1 qualified wealth engineer, nothing happens. We need 2 for 2 points, okay? So let's get our second guy qualified. Now it can be anyone. You're going to put 20 people in, maybe 40 people, maybe 80 people in, and number 10 will qualify, number 17 will qualify, number 27. That's fine. Doesn't matter which one it is. That's 1 qualified, then 2 qualified, then 3 qualified. It doesn't matter who they are. As long as you've got 2, you now have the second point open, and you're now earning on everything on your second point. So if this guy had 1 and that guy had 1 and that guy, and they were all on your second point, you would earn on every single one of them because you've got 2 qualified wealth engineers, which opens up 2 complete points in your channel. Right, these guys sprout roots and they've got connections in the third point. You want to earn on the third point. What do we require to earn on the third point? We require 3 qualified wealth engineers. You're following me? The number of points equals the number of qualified wealth engineers. All right, you're following me? Some of you are looking a little bit shady at me going, I don't know what the hell this Malungu is talking about here. Folks, 3 qualified equals 3 points. You equal the number of qualified wealth engineers on your first point for the number of points you want to earn on. One day, you might have 10 points in your channel. If you want to earn on all 10 points, how many qualified wealth engineers do you need on your first point? 10. It's that simple. It's really, one day your kids might have 100 points in their channel. If they want to earn on all 100 points, how many people do they need qualified on their first point? 100. Okay, super simple. It's the simplest system in the whole country. Okay, so we want to get to the third point. We've got to get our third guy down here qualified. He's got to get 3 people in, get qualified. He becomes a believer. He gets out there. He starts growing. Now, folks, common errors we see with people who become network marketers for the first time or come into DuePoint and think they know how to manipulate the system. Common error is placing people to try and get qualified. You're here and you put these people in here thinking that that is now going to create growth. The moment you add someone to somebody's point, they're going to go, this is fantastic, I don't even have to do any work. My upline is building my wealth for me. Fantastic. 100% reliability on that comment. I'm telling you, every single person who's ever had anyone placed in their channel has stopped growing. So if you want 0 growth in your channel, you place people on your channel. We've had this beautiful example a while ago where on the 4th point here, this guy over here was trying to encourage his guys to grow. So he's placing people here and placing people here. And then eventually he was like, no, this one here, I want to get him qualified. So I will take somebody I have prospected, I have worked on, I have convinced, and I'll put them on my 4th person. That person then went to put 1,000 people in his channel. Okay, so that's beautiful. It's 1,000 people in his channel. Okay, he is now earning, remember, 55 Rand, 55 Rand, 27 Rand, 50, 16 Rand, something like that. And then the first person that this person he placed in, he's now earning about 8 Rand, if I remember it is. So for 8 Rand, he could have earned 55 Rand. He's earning 8 Rand. Then it goes down 4 Rand, 1 Rand. Okay, so he was getting 800 Rand off of this person who had put 1,000 people in his channel. If he had put that person on his first point, a couple of things would have happened. Firstly, he would have had another qualified wealth engineer, which would have opened another point in his channel, and he would have earned 55, 55, 27, 16, etc., etc., etc. on this guy. He would have been earning 20, 30,000 Rand a month. Instead, he was earning 800 Rand a month on this individual. Guys, never place to try and open points. You put them on your first point, and if you've got the right people, they will grow, they will qualify, they'll become believers, and they will build your channel for you. Don't make that mistake. It never, ever pays. Ever. Okay. All right. So that's it. Step 1, get yourself qualified. Step 2, get your first pointers qualified. Wham presto, you are earning at DuePoint. That's it. That's all you need to know about how to earn at DuePoint. It's the simplest system in the country. All right, now the phone app. Let's pull our phones out. It's the only time you're ever allowed to pull your phones out. Let's load up the app. I hope you guys have got it. If you haven't, try and sit next to somebody who does have the app, okay? Let's turn it on. Let's have a look. Okay. the app will usually load into your notices, okay? These notices are not decorations. They are not a nuisance that gets in the way of you using the app. They're incredibly important. The notices are my communication to you every single day. I want to talk to you every single day. I want to tell you what's going on. I want you to understand what we're doing in the business so that you can be maximizing your wealth creation. It's one of those things where, again, those who ignore my notices are they're not focused on creating wealth. They're focused on very other things. What we're doing here is we're saying, let us talk to you to help you grow your wealth. So it opens up in the notices. Folks, the notices are there for you to read, and at the bottom you'll see they have little blue buttons. You see the blue buttons at the bottom there? Those are buttons. Those are actually active buttons. You can click them, okay? We're going to take the notices. You're going to find them in here, up here under the menu button. Oops, sorry, I clicked too high. Let's go to there. Notices. It'll normally load you into your notices as you start when there's fresh new notices. Okay. Read the notices, guys. Understand them. Look here. There's a watch live stream button. We'll send that out. So this was like yesterday. We sent you a notice like this. It said, introduction presentation starts at 10 tomorrow. Okay. Watch the live stream at 10. Watch the live stream at 11:30. That's for the launch workshop. Great. Do you know what? You can share it. See the share button down there? If you click the share button, you get the option. Do you want to send it out as an SMS to all your prospects, to all your channel? Do you want to send it out as an email? Do you want to send it out as a WhatsApp? Do you want to post it on Facebook? Do you want it on Instagram? You can do it. You just click here and you're now able to share it out to anybody. So you've got wealth engineers you want to be watching live, any event. You go to that event, you click share, you send it to them via SMS or WhatsApp or whatever, and you now know they've got the button that all they need to do is they need to just push the button on their phone and it'll be live on their phone. It'll be live on their phone. Or if it's a guest and you know you can't get them here, you send them this notice, you share it, and you say, dude, at 5:25 on Tuesday night, push the live button and wait. The presentation will come up on your phone. Do you see that? It's this powerful, powerful tool of getting people connected to us, and most people just go, back, delete, back. What are these funny pictures they're sending me? Guys, all your notices here. If you are brand new, you'll have a whole string of notices that are there. You picked this product, here's a training video on this product, go watch it. Your first debit order date is this, and this. Are you happy? Is it correct? All sorts of notices. We keep in communication with you. So make sure you use those notices. If you want to find those notices, you just push the burger button at the top. It's the 3 lines. Click that at the top and it says notices right at the top, and you click and you're back into it. Okay. So the little burger button at the top is your menu button. Shows you all sorts of stuff. Now, I'm going to encourage you to do more training later. In your channel now, this is your actual dashboard, okay? This shows you what's going on in your channel. You'll see at the top it says this month. I must just check there. It shows you your name. If your name is not at the top there, then you are in the wrong person's dashboard. Don't add people, because you'll be adding people to their channel. Log back out and log in as yourself, okay? There's your name up there. Shows you how much you're earning, and it shows you how far you are on the XP Rewards program so far, how far you have to go to get to your next rank. You see, rank 6, you can get to your next rank with that much more activity. Okay, shows you what month you're in, and it shows you what you're looking at. What am I looking at the moment? I'm looking at my qualified channel. What's a qualified channel? It's the number of points you have opened by the number of qualified wealth engineers on your first point. So you might have 10 points in your channel. Look at this one. There's a whole lot in here. There's 19 points in this channel, okay? But only 1 is currently open. See, it's blue versus pink. Blue means there's only 1 qualified wealth engineer on the first point, okay? We need to get a second one to open them up. I can go back to another month. You'll see here, this one here, 19 points open, 19 points in the channel, but only 6 qualified, okay? Why? Only 6 qualified wealth engineers on the first point. Do you see what I'm saying? If this person would like to earn on the other, whatever, 6 minus 19, 13 points, they need 13 more qualified wealth engineers on their first point. So your qualified channel is showing you what's happening on those points that you have opened, on these 6 points that are open. Those 6 points, it says this is what's happening. You're earning this much, you've got this many pending debit orders, etc., etc. So let's take a look here. The blue ones say these successful debits have gone through. We have raised 298 debit orders in your qualified channel, and they have paid. Fantastic. You are now earning 7,981 Rand. Awesome. You can see in the middle of the month how much you are earning. Okay? Then it says there's still 225 debits to go. We haven't raised them yet. They're coming in the days to come still in the month, because the month, from the 1st to the 31st, the debit orders run throughout the month. If they all pay, you will get an extra 4,400 Rand. It shows you what you're going to earn. If they all pay, you're motivated to get those payments in. Okay? Then it shows you how many didn't pay. We raised the debit order, but 199 failed. And they failed for all sorts of reasons, didn't they? No authority to debit. I love that one. That's my favorite one. The person has filled the form out, given us their bank details, ticked everything, then they go to the bank and say, no, DuePoint didn't have any authority to debit me. That's my favorite one. Okay? Didn't have any funds in the account, whatever it might be. But you can click on there. There's a little down arrow in there that allows you to check. Okay, I can't do it on this particular example, but there's a little down arrow. You push the little down arrow. It shows you the people that are unpaid. And you're able to then go and contact those people, talk to them, and go, hey, what the hell, are we building wealth here, or are we just staying in poverty? Let's get the payment in, all right? Then it shows you how successful you are being at your prospecting. That BPQ, Business Performance Quotient, measures the successful payments on your first and second point. And it says, these are the people you introduced to your business. And only, and in this case, 90% have paid. Okay, I'm doing a good job. 90% of the people I am putting into my channel are paying. If this number is sitting at like 50% or 40%, then the people you're putting in are not paying. You need to start asking yourself questions. What am I telling them that's wrong? Who am I selecting? Am I selecting the wrong kinds of people? What is happening that I'm having such a low successful payment rate? Okay, all right. So that's worth asking the question, okay? And then it shows you in your qualified channel, the whole channel, how many new people have been added to your channel and how many people have fallen out. So you might go, this is amazing. I added 157 people this month to my channel. That's really awesome. But I lost 152. I'm spinning my wheels. What am I doing wrong? It'll also show you over here any reinstatements. You can see in my example, I've got reinstatements on the side there. How many reinstatements, how many people who were wealth engineers have come back to carry on building? It's great to see the comeback. Most people who join DuePoint do eventually come back. Because when I say there is no other economic solution like ours in South Africa, I mean it. No one is competing with DuePoint at the moment. And so they do. They run away to the next flashy thing. They're there for a year or so, and then they go, this is rubbish. I should have stuck with DuePoint. And they come back, and then they build their wealth with us. Okay, so that shows you a whole bunch of things. Now at the bottom, you'll see 5 buttons. Do you see them at the bottom? They're also not decorations, okay? They are real buttons. Channel is the first button. That's your dashboard, you can see. You'll see it's blue when you're on it. Move across to events, and that shows you when we're doing presentations here. You go to events, you go to our website. It also has an events button, and you can see the whole list of events that are occurring in here at DuePoint. Okay, look there. So 12:15 on Friday, that is gone now. Saturday morning, and this morning 11:30, you're now there. You can see it, okay? Now you can see when is the next one. There's nothing on Sunday. Hang on, there we go. 6:30 on Monday nights, the next presentation. I can see it. Then I can see Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And I think if I scroll, there's Nelspruit. 11 o'clock, Nelspruit. You can see it. Every event is now here. You can follow what's going on, so you can plug people into us. You guys are following me? Some of you look like you are, some of you look like you're not. All right. Next button, rewards. The rewards button is our training program. Do you remember the training program with the holidays and the cars and all of that? There it is. Plug into it. Go read it. At the top is our monthly wealth quest. It's a quest you can go for during the month. And then further down are the other steps you can do to earn XP, to learn how to become an expert, and to really start achieving in our rewards program. Okay, all on your phone. All right. Next button, add a wealth engineer. This is the only button that most people use. They join DuePoint and all they do is add a wealth engineer. It's like notices, back, delete, add. There we go, right, I'm in. They don't see anything else in this app, okay? It's ridiculous. You can't build wealth without the rest of it. Add wealth engineer, simple. That's your application form when you want to add people to your channel. And then the last button is tools. It's the second least used button, or is the least used button in the app, which is your training. You click it and up comes your training, guys. Every video that you need to watch is right here, okay? It starts at the top. What do you think the first thing is we train you on? How to earn. How to earn returns and rewards. There's how you earn. I explained it to you, but I know that only half of you got it. Okay? Go and watch the video so the other half of you can get it. All right? Go and watch the training. What's the next video? The next video, mobile app and dashboard. This is the 10-second version. I have got a full explanation of every feature in our app in the second video. If you go and watch it, you will understand the power of this app that we have got. Go and watch. You've got a whole weekend ahead of you. Go and watch it. Go and watch it this weekend. And then after that, what do I do in the first 30 days that I'm at DuePoint? I actually tell you what to do in your first 30 days at DuePoint. Then the next video, how do I get to rank 9? You want to come to Mauritius with us every year for the rest of your life? Go watch the video on how to get to rank 9. We teach you that. And it goes on and on and on. Every aspect of this business we teach you on, even social media. You want to know how to use social media correctly? We've got a training video on it. Everything you need is under the tools button. Most people just ignore it. Maybe they put a bit of black tape over it so they don't even have to see it. I don't want to do training. Training. I know what I'm doing. Folks, come on. Do you want to make money or do you want to stay where you are? Go and do the training and you will know what's happening here at DuePoint. Folks, if, as I say, you click the down arrow, you can then witness and view your entire channel. You can click on point 1 and it'll show you what's happening on point 1. You can click on point 2 and it shows you what's happening on point 2, etc., etc. Clicking on point 1, you see, up comes the dashboard. You can now see exactly what's happening. Point 1's your first point. These are people you introduced. Point 1's your people. Okay, your people, 20 of pay, you got a 96% BPQ, awesome. You're putting the right people in business. I got a 40% BPQ. Oh, hang on a second, and I'm putting the wrong people in my business. Okay, 20 paid. I'm earning 1,100 Rand from that point. Really awesome. Here now we show you the number of products and your earnings, but it's awesome. There's how much I'm earning this month. How many have I got left? Four debit orders still pending to go this month on my first point. You can click the down arrow to show you who they are. And then it says under unpaids, I've got somebody on my first point, someone I personally introduced that didn't pay this month. Let me go see who they are. You click on that first point and it's going to open. No, it's dropped it. You click on the first point there and it shows you the people. There are all the people listed down. If you click on the people, okay, I'll use Rena as an example here. Let's see if it brings her up for me. That's last month. Sorry, let me go here. There we go, Rena. There's Rena. There's a picture. There she is. All right, there's Rena. It shows you what she's got. A whole lot of details. And if you look here, it's got a telephone. Do you see the telephone? You can click that number and call her. You can see who she is, and now you can call her straight out of the app. You don't have to go, what's her telephone number? There's the note. And look at the top there. It says, my butter fingers. You see at the top there? It's got that symbol. Do you see that symbol there, the dot with the 3 dots? What does it mean? It means she's qualified. And she's on your first point, which means she's a qualified first pointer. That's good. You want that. And then it shows you, yes, what point she's on at the top right corner. She's on your first point. And it'll even show you who her first point is. So if you look at like the third point and you see someone there, you can click on that person. It'll tell you who their introducer was, who their first point is, and all that information. It's all in there. Now, if you click your name at the top, okay, click your name at the top, and your profile comes up. This is something I want you to do. You can get 1,000 XP points this morning before you even leave wherever you are. By simply pushing your name at the top, brings your profile up, okay? You then click the little picture, the little man there, okay? And it'll then ask you, jumping ahead, it'll then ask you to take a picture. You click it there, it asks for a picture. You take a picture of your head and shoulders like this, okay? All right, like this. And now your picture's in the system. It gives you 1,000 XP for taking your picture. So you're immediately 1,000 XP in. And you want to encourage everybody that you connect to do the same thing. Why? So that when we click on their names, you know who they are. Their picture's in the system. Okay, so do it before you leave or when you download the app. Put straight away, click your name at the top. Name at the top and put your picture in so you get the 1,000 XP and we build a proper database of pictures. Now, let's go to the training again. There's the training tools there. Under the training tools, you've got the ability to watch the videos by selecting the watch at the bottom. Every one you watch, you get 250 XP for. Okay, so there must be 10,000 XP in training videos at the moment. Go and watch the videos and you'll get the XP. And then you can select what kinds of videos you want to watch. At the top here, you've got all sorts of options. You can watch our basic series, which is where I suggest you start. You can watch shorts. You can watch specials. You can watch etc., etc. At rank 4, you then get the generators, leadership workshops that you can do. And at rank 9, you then get the expediters forums videos that you watch. So we've got training videos that reveal to you as you rank up through the training program. All right, where do I find my products? One of the biggest things that people say, Brady, you never sent me my policy documents. No, we did. We send your policy documents to you via email. So if you use somebody else's email address, that's why you never got your policy documents. You don't use other people's details. You use your own. You need an email address to do this business. All right? You put the email address in, you get your policy documents. However, if you did not, you download the app, which you should do. You click the burger button at the top again, the 3 lines, and there are all your products. Okay, they're all listed there. Whichever products you have are listed there. You then select that product. Okay, there's the burger button. You select the product, whichever one it is, and inside is your plan documentation. You simply push the download button, and on your screen, your full policy document will be, as well as all sorts of other features like changing your investment contributions, adding dependents, adding beneficiaries. All of that is all under everyone. If you want to add a beneficiary to your Wealth Guard product, you push Wealth Guard and you add the beneficiary. If you want to add dependents to your family wealth plan, you click the family wealth and you say add dependent. If you want to add a creditor to your family wealth as well, you click the creditor button and add it. It's all in your products listing there. You then also have the ability, I haven't got it here anymore, but you've got the ability to add a product at the bottom. So if you want to add a product, you click it, you add, and to reinstate. So if there was a wealth engineer in your channel and they left and now have come to their senses and want to come back to DuePoint, they simply push the reinstate button. They can edit their bank account and debit order details and click reinstate, and they're live again in the DuePoint system. It's all under that burger button, those 3 lines at the top there, that you can do all of this with. All right, I encourage you profusely to go and watch the training video. I have literally given you the 10-minute version of a 2 hours worth of information you can have about this app. There is so much stuff in this app and such powerful stuff in helping you create wealth. All right, step 2 done. Step 3, slow versus fast. What are the behaviors of slow and what are the behaviors versus fast wealth creation at DuePoint? We want to be fast. We don't want to be slow. This can take 20 years or it can take 2 years. Let's be in the 2-year bracket, I think. That's where I'd want to be anyway. All right, so first of all, let's understand how network marketing works. 99% of networkers do not understand how network marketing works. They come to me all the time. They say, I've done this and it didn't work. I did this, it didn't work. I did that, so why should I do DuePoint? These things don't work. Folks, they all work. They work off of a set of mathematics. When you understand the mathematics, you're good to go. Then you understand it. You just go then after that. I call it the universal constant of network marketing because what is a universal constant? It is something that cannot change anywhere in the universe, like gravity. Doesn't matter how hard you try, you are never going to fly. You need a machine to get you off the ground. You can jump, you can run, you can whatever. You are never going to fly. It is a constant that we all know. Okay, and we know it. Every one of us knows gravity. Now, network marketing is exactly the same. The set of mathematics that runs network marketing is constant. Doesn't matter which network you're in, what race you are, what sex you are, what product it's selling, where you are in the world. The maths is identical every single time. And I'm going to show you. Most networks won't show you because they know it will scare you off. But actually, it should encourage you. Let me show you how it works. You're going to go out and you're going to talk to 100 people. Out of those 100 people, 65 are going to say no to you. They're going to say no to you in every possible format. No straight to your face. Some will laugh at you, some will criticize, some will argue, but it'll be a no. Some will say, I need to go away and do some more research. That's a no. Some will say, I need to go and talk to my wife. That's a no. Some will say, what's the other ones? We had some nice ones this morning, but I'm forgetting them now. Yeah, I'll think about it. There's a great one. I just need to go and think about it. That's a no. That's a no. All the different other ways that they say no is they actually sign up. Okay, South African culture. Oh, he did such a good job selling it to me. I have no intention of doing this, but he did such a good job selling to me. I must say yes. You might be one of them here this morning. You might have gone, okay, all right, fine. I'll go sit in there because he's my friend, and I don't want to let him down. But I have no intention of doing this. I've put my fake bank account details in. I've put, either actually fake ones or that account I only use for the debtors. It's never got any money in. I've used that bank account. And I have no intention of paying, okay? What happens then is that at the end of the month, that you're all excited. Now, I've put 20 people in this month, and at the end of the month, 3 pay. The other 17 don't. Those are all no's. That's all they are. They're just no's. You don't have to take it personally. You don't have to go, this business doesn't work. No, They would just nose. They would just nose. 65, that's 2 out of every 3 people you talk to are going to say no to you. There's nothing you can do about it. We could be selling Ferraris here. They would still say no. Network marketing, universal constant. Right, now, using DuePoint's Rand values only, 35 will, however, say yes. They will. And not only that, they will say yes, they will take a product, and they will pay for that product for at least a year. Some of them for the rest of their lives. Okay? Fantastic. They're not going to do anything else. They're not going to do anything. They're not going to add their friends. They're not going to connect people. Nothing. They're just going to take a product and pay. Now, in the DuePoint system, that's worth 2,000 Rand a month to you. So for every 100 people you connect to us, we are going to pay you, on average, 24,000 Rand a year for the rest of your life. Okay. All you have done is brought 100 people and connected them to DuePoint. You didn't sell them anything. You didn't have to come and do the presentation yourself. Nothing. You just brought them here. We did the presentation, and I said, fantastic, 100 people, great, I'll pay you 2,000 Rand a month for the rest of your life. Is that worth it? Yeah. If I said you go out and find 100 people, put them in the room? Pumi, you convinced, but the others, Saturday morning crowd, tough crowd. They're like, no, not for 2,000 Rand a month, forever. I know it's forever, but no. Okay? All right, fine, fair enough. Out of the 35, 5 will do something. Just 5. 5 will get out there and they will connect somewhere between 1 and 50 people to DuePoint. Only 5. Not 5 out of 35. 5 out of 100. You need to understand this now. People have come to me and said, I did Amway. Amway doesn't work. Amway does work. It is a $13 billion a year business. It is a raging success. But it's been around for 60 years, and there are guys that put 60 years into building their channels there. 60 years of this mathematics, and you are very wealthy. 5 out of 100 are going to do something. Now, these 5 are not very special people, okay? They are going to come in, and some will put 1 person in and then never do anything else again but pay for their product. Never do it. Some will come in and put 45 people in. They'll be earning 3,000 Rand a month plus at DuePoint, and then stop. And then you'll try and communicate with them, and they'll block you on WhatsApp. Then you'll send them a Facebook private message, and they'll unfriend you on Facebook. No explanation. No reason, no explanation. That's just the gravity of network marketing. You can't fight gravity. 5 will do something and then stop. Understand it, accept it, let it wash over you. Why? Because those 5 will increase your earnings by another 5,000 Rand a month at DuePoint. You are now earning 7,000 Rand a month at DuePoint. That's 84,000 Rand a year. Here's my deal to you. Go out, find 100 people, put them in this room or connect them via our technology, and I'll pay you 84,000 Rand a year for the rest of your life. That's my deal. Do we care who does what in there? Do you really care? No, but my best friend, we've done life together, and she promised me, and she didn't do anything. Brendan, this business doesn't work. Do you hear me? I'm fortune telling now. I'm fortune telling your future. You're going to come and tell me this stuff. You're going to come and tell me this stuff later on. It doesn't work, Brendan. I spoke to my parents. I spoke to my cousins. 1 came in and did nothing. Congratulations. Welcome to network marketing. Okay. Now, out of the 5, this is why network marketing companies don't tell you this. They don't. They never tell you this. But at DuePoint, we tell you everything. Out of the 5, 1, just 1, is going to catch the vision like you did. Only 1 of them. You might not even be the 1. You might be the 5. Or you might even be the 35. Or you might be the 65 going, when will this end? I just want to have my Saturday start. Okay. But 1 is going to catch the vision. And that 1 is going to put a minimum of 1,000 people in your channel. In fact, we've never had one of these ones put 1,000 in. They generally put 2, 3, 4, 5,000 people in. Your channel. Remember that chap who found that 1? And he put her on point number 4. Do you really want your number 1 on somebody else's first point and on your 4th point? No, do not place people. Everybody goes on your first point because you don't know who the number 1 is. You don't know who they are. They may be the least likely person you could consider. But one of them We'll put it in catch a vision, put at least 1,000. Using that 1,000, you're going to earn somewhere between 25 to 40,000 Rand more a month. Let's round it to about 30,000 Rand a month, because you've got the other 7 in there. 30,000 Rand a month, 360,000 Rand a year. Here's my deal with you. Go out, find 100 people, connect them to DuePoint. If you connect them to DuePoint, I'll pay you 30,000 Rand a month for the rest of your life. But you guys look at me now like you just don't care. You don't care who said no. You don't care who was part of the 5, do you? I mean, I've just said, just give me 100 people, I'll pay you 30,000 Rand a month. Does it matter who says yes, no, does something, no? No, it doesn't, but it will. Oh, it will, so it'll count. You will be sad that it's not your friend, and it's not this guy, and it's not this. I know this amazing networker. He's amazing. He's built this huge channel at XYZ Network, and I've got him in my channel. He's going to go crazy. And he does one guy and leaves. This is not about who the people are. This is a mathematics exercise. It is about connecting and connecting and connecting and connecting. That's it. That's the only task we leave you with. I don't ask you to have them pay. I don't ask you to duplicate, because I know the maths. The maths says the more you put in, the more you'll find. This is like mining for gold. You pull out a ton of rock, you get half a kilogram of gold. But that half a kilogram of gold is worth millions. So it was worth pulling out the 1 ton. You're going to have to pull the ton out to find the gold that is going to make you wealthy. How long does it take for you to do 100 people? I don't know. It's up to you. All right. 100 people is 8 people a month. 8 people a month. 8 people a month, divide that by 4, 2 to 3 people a week. Can you connect 2 to 3 people a week to us for a year? I think you can. 2 to 3 connections to DuePoint, yeah? A week for a year. You do that, that's your 100 people. You're on 30,000 Rand a month in 1 year with us. But when we did 3 plus 2, we said, no, let's be conservative. Let's say it takes 2 years for you to connect 100 people to us. That's only 1 person a week. Can you connect 1 person a week to us? 1 person a week to us, 2 sign up a month, and wham presto, after 2 years, you're on 27 to 30,000 Rand a month. Do you remember my maths? That's what it is. It's built into that. We know what it takes. We know how long it takes. You can do it in 5 months. Our record to rank 9 is 5 months. It just depends on how many people put it. So let's look at it. How fast do you want to go? The difference between earning slowly and earning fast is dictated to by 1 line item. How many people you connect to DuePoint every month. That's it. That is the only influence. People say, Brendan, what's the silver bullet? I want to get rich quickly at DuePoint. What do I do? Connect more people. It's that simple. That's your silver bullet. If you connect 1 person every 2 months or half a person a month, so you connect just 1 person every 2 months to us, it's going to take you 20 years to get to 100,000 Rand a month. You will get there. It's just going to take you 20 years. It'll take you 2 years to get to 2,500 Rand a month. So I have people like that. They spend a year with us and go, Brendan, this is nonsense. I'm only earning 300 Rand a month. I've been here for a year. And I go, how many people are you connecting a month? No, I've only connected 3 or 4 people this year. Congratulations. Congratulations. What do we do? 3 plus 2. 3 plus 2, 2 people a month. 6 months to 2,500. Look at the difference between 1 person every 2 months and 2 people a month is 2 years to 6 months on the same line item of 2,500 Rand a month. You want to earn quickly, put more in. Let's put 4 people in. It drops to 6 to 3 months. 90 days from now, you could be on 2,500 Rand a month. What's happening? I showed you Millicent. 8 weeks, she's on 1,300 Rand a month. In 8 weeks. Okay, that's great. She's adding more people. In 4 months, she's going to be on 3,000 Rand a month. In 4 months. That's, yeah. See? So she's putting about 3 people in a month at the moment. That'll get her to 4 grand. That'll get her to 2.5 in 4 months. Okay, fantastic. It's working. Do you see? Then if you add 5 people a month, well, it drops it to 2.5 months. Now let's look at this line. You want to get to 100,000 Rand a month? That's the big number. Well, 1 person every 2 months is 20 years. 2 people is 5 years. Look at the difference. 15 years chopped off because you went from 2 people, a person every 2 months to 2 people every month. You chop 15 years off the time frame. You add 5 people a month and you're down to 2 years. Not 5 years, 2 years. You chop 3 more years off getting to 100,000 a month. By simply putting 5 people in a month. That's a 1 a week. 1 a week. Can you put someone in every week going forward for 2 years? Because if you put one person in every week for 2 years, you will be on 100,000 Rand a month. This is a simple mathematics exercise, guys. Simple. Put more people in, make more money. That's it. Okay. You'll see there's no criteria that says make sure 80% pay, another one that says make sure 80% duplicate. It's none of that. You forget about all of these Okies. These Okies here, 95 out of 100, forget about them. They are not going to help you. They are paying for you, great, but they're not going to build your channel. Okay, they're just not. All right, so this is the reality of fast versus slow. Let me just check this next one. No, okay. So let's do some numbers quickly. Here's your journey. We talk about fortune telling. I want to do a bit more. Guys on the camera, I know you can't hear it, but I will try and help you out a little bit by talking it through. You guys are all like, I think the guys that are paying attention are saying to me, I don't care about the other 95 now. I get it. I'm making money. I just got to get 100 people in. Good. All right. Let's walk this journey together. You're going to go now in the next 2 months, 3 months. You're going to put 20 people into DuePoint. Okay. 20 people. How many people are going to say no to you out of the 20? I'm going to help prepare you for the battle now. All right. 13 are going to say no to you. Of those 13, a whole bunch of them might come sign up. You might have 18 out of 20 sign up, okay? But only but 13 are going to fail payments, do nothing, cancel, lapse, all of that, okay? Because 13 will say no. Can't fight gravity. 7 are going to pay. Excellent, you're not making money. 7 times 55 Rand. You're making money. You might even be making a little bit more because this guy down here, one guy out of the 20 is going to add a few people. Only one. Brendan, I put 20 people in and there's only one guy who did anything. Yes. Yes, congratulations. That is absolutely correct. So, have you changed your expectation now? 20 people in, one guy's on your team. One. 7 are paying, making you money, but only one guy's building. Do you know how many people have caught the vision and are going long term with you? Naught. No one. Now, you know what happens? This guy here, he puts in somewhere between 1 and 50 people. Maybe he puts 30 people in. You get to hit a real winner right out the gates. He puts 30, and then he quits. He's gone. He's gone. You don't know why. You don't know what you said to him. You don't know, like, it just suddenly gone. Unfriended, blocked on WhatsApp, never speak to him again. All right? That's it. He's gone. Do you know what that means? It means that after you've put 20 people at DuePoint, it's still just you. It's still just you. Yes. Yeah.
If that guy pulls out,
yeah, yeah,
got 30 people.
Yes.
Do those 30 people that he recruited
Yeah.
still stay with you?
Absolutely. You never ever lose your spot. As long as you've got the qualified wealth engineers, you're earning on all those points. He doesn't disappear. No one leaves your channel here. There's no swapping of channels, no moving, no roll-ups, no nothing. They're there forever in your channel. So that's great. That's why you earn more. Your money constantly rises. At this point here, you're on 500 or 600 Rand a month. That 500 or 600 Rand stays, even though you lose this Okie. He just stops building. But people can't see that. Even though the money's coming in every month, they just look at their team and go, but there's no one, it's just me. And I'm going, yes, it's just you. Let's do 40 people. Francina knows this well. Hey, Francina. Hey. Francina's on her way up to 40 now. Okay. So if you put 40, you put another 20 people in, 26 are going to say no to you. They're going to say no. How many? 14 are paying. Great. Your income has increased. You found one other guy who wants to do anything. Only one other guy. All right? No one has caught the vision. No one. This guy puts one other person in and then leaves. And you're on naught. You've got 40 people that you've put in, and it's just you. Oh, you're starting to shake now. Now the foundations are starting to crumble underneath you. No, hang on, hang on. What did we say? Put the 100 people in. Put the 100 people in, and I will pay you 30,000 Rand a month for the rest of your life. But we're only 40 people in, and you're wanting to quit. Why? And remember what I said? I didn't say, go and find a team of people to put 100 people in this room. I said, you go out and put 100 people in this room. And I'll pay you 30,000 Rand the rest of your life. Not you and a team of people. You. How long is it going to take you? It's going to take you, I reckon, at least a year. I think there might be some superstars out there that manage to do it quickly, like our record holder, 5 months. But I think those are very rare. I think for the average person, it's going to be a year to 2 years. Are you willing to wait 2 years to earn 30,000 Rand a month for the rest of your life? It's you. This is not a team effort. This is not a team. I'll show you when it becomes a team effort. Let's get to the team effort. You put 80 people in. 80 people you've put in. And there is no one building and no one with a vision. I mean, you had one guy for a week or two and he put 2 or 3 people in and then he quit. Okay. When does the team begin? The team begins here. And you know how big your team is when you've put 100 people in? It's this big. It's you and him. And that's it. But you know what that does? I'm not paying you 30,000 Rand a month. How sad are you? Are you sad to be a team of 2? Are you sad to be a team? You're getting 30,000 Rand a month. How can you be sad? What happened is you had an expectation that you'd put 5 people in and sit back and just wait for the money to roll in. Gonna just put 5, and that's what I tried Amway. It didn't work. How many people did you put in? I spoke to everybody. Really? How many people did you speak to? About 25. Oh, that's a quarter of how many you needed to speak to. A quarter. You can't say it doesn't work until you've put 100 people in yourself. And you can go to any, you can go to Longreach, you can go to Forever Living, you can go to Tupperware, you can go to anyone. Legitimate, illegitimate, it doesn't matter. Until you have put 100 people in, you're not going to have breakthrough. You're not. How long does it take you to put 100 people in? 1 person a week for 2 years. I'm not asking for a crazy amount. It's just 1 connection a week for 2 years. Or it's 2 to 3 connections a week for 1 year. See, this is why, and the guys that sit here that come all the time will know I have a fresh set of faces every Saturday morning here. Fresh set. Why? Because the people listen to this and go, screw that. I'm not doing this. This smells like work. Yes. We do not get anything for free anymore in this life. We are now going to have to work. That's just fact, guys. That's not me. That's just fact. We're going to have to work. How long for? For years. But can you imagine putting 5 years in and earning 100,000 Rand a month? What did you have to do in those 5 years? You just had to connect somebody once a week for 5 years. You didn't have to go to work every day. You didn't have to do the work that you do, which is hard work every day. No, once a week you connected someone to DuePoint. Once a week for 5 years. And we're paying you 100,000 Rand a month. How is that too difficult to do? Why does that frighten South Africans away? Why? It's because we're lazy. We're lazy. And that's why only 1 is going to get rich at DuePoint out of every 100. And you know what we don't do? Well, I love it. Jane came up with this beautiful term. It's called self-selection. We do self-selection. We do not select who's going to be the one. I don't. I'm not going to stand at the door now on the way out and go, you get to be it, you, no. You get to be it, you, no. I don't do that. You are going to select yourself out. You're going to select yourself out. You're going to go home, you're going to talk to a few people, they're going to say no, and you're going to go, I'm selecting myself out. Thanks. Self-selection. No. I don't want to be rich. I don't want to change my circumstances. I'm out. You're going to self-select yourself out. This is work, but it is life-changing work. So what do you need to do? Just keep connecting. That's all we ask you to do. Just keep connecting people to it. Never talk about our products. Not ever. This is not a product selling business. I don't sell investment products. I don't sell funeral cover. I don't. We sell wealth. That's what we sell at DuePoint is wealth. Don't ever talk about our products. Always talk wealth. Use the tools. Guys, you cannot build this business without a smartphone and the app. Get a smartphone, get the app, start building. Get started right now. When are you going to wait? Until next year? Until 10 years from now? Until the whole place is turned into, what are they, grassroots? We've returned to grassroots. We're literally living amongst the grass. When are you going to start? Start now. Why? Because it takes time. So the more time you waste, the longer. The further out you push the finish line. You need to start right now, today, building wealth. Plug into DuePoint. Do the training. Attend the presentations. Come to the development seminars. Follow us on Facebook. Subscribe to YouTube. Plug in. Plug in so that we can help you grow your wealth. And we do. Become an expert at that. Watch all the training. Marry our calendar to your calendar. Come to all the presentations. Know when they are. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the difference between growing slowly and growing fast. It's really a simple decision to connect individuals to us and to plug into our system. Any questions, guys? If you have questions afterwards, I'm sticking around. You're welcome to come and ask me. Otherwise, you send them to customer services. We're always available to answer questions. But thank you very much. You got a question? Yes. Okay, so the question is, do you only connect people who are working? We don't have a strict rule about it, but let's look at it practically. You've got to pay 249 Rand a month to have a product at DuePoint, don't you? Because that's where the wealth comes from. Remember, there's no wealth if we don't make a payment. If you've got somebody who's unemployed and has zero income, can they pay the 249? No. Can they create wealth for you? No. It's a practical step. I don't have a rule. It's just that you're going to be wasting your time. Let's start by building a base of people who have earnings but are not earning enough. 90% of people who earn don't earn enough. We know that. That's where we start. We start with them. You've got to be able to pay your 249 a month. Yeah. Good question. Any others? Yeah.
The other thing, I just wanted to know that do you also accommodate people who come from outside the country?
Yes. So the question is, do we do foreigners? The answer is yes. If they are foreign nationals, in other words, they live and work in South Africa and they have a South African bank account that I can debit, they're welcome to be wealth engineers. Really, the only criteria is, do you have a South African bank account that I can debit? Okay. Yeah. No, we cover anyone who lives in South Africa. Yeah. Good. Everything that you guys have asked and more is available in our training. So if you want to go refresh, go and watch the training videos. We do answer all these questions. All right, guys, thank you very much. If you've got more questions, ask me outside. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Use customer service, client service to help you answer your questions. Call in and they'll answer it. Thank you very much, guys.